I want to talk to you about something that I've been contemplating for a little while. And I want you to assume with me for a moment that you have a world class college athlete who played college football for a prominent institution. And that 21, 22-year-old young man is used to winning. In fact, the ones I'm thinking about, I think probably lost 2 games in 4 years of their career. They then get drafted by crappy NFL teams. And then they start to lose. And then they lose some more. And then you see their damn performance tank. What happens?
Well, I would say that's person dependent. I don't think that always necessarily happens. So, I don't think it's a matter of reverse engineering it and assuming that that's the outcome. So it's all personal based. Some people, sort of become that, and others either don't stand for it or look to be traded or whatever it is, and others maybe even step up because it's an environment in which they're given an opening. So I don't think it's universal that way, but team sports provide obviously many more elements and many more variables than individual sports.
So I'm thinking about a couple of NFL teams who have been bad for a long time, and they continue to draft because of the draft order of football. These very talented kids from really great schools. I'm thinking about teams like the Giants and the Jets and the Redskins, and then these players show up. The teams continue to lose, and along with that, their performance doesn't. They're not carrying a team to victories. So when you say it's person dependent, I get it. But does the environment have that much effect on these kids because they're contractually bound to that team for a while?
Once again, I think this is sort of Monday morning quarterbacking. Well, I don't know. I think it's more intriguing to actually talk to a person and figure out what's really happening, as opposed to saying, well, naturally, if he goes to a losing team, he's going to lose, and sort of take that and run with it. I think it's much more intriguing to figure out what is really going on inside of a person than it is to make, so-called these judgments and these universal sort of rules.
So let me reframe the question this way. If you are working with somebody who is a winner in all aspects of life, right, and he or she goes to a losing environment that is just known, whether it's in sports or business, how do you help that person not let the environment pollute her mind?
Well, it depends what they want. Everyone does, everyone is predisposed to doing and pursuing that which is their greatest desire. So you don't desire in order to act. Your actions determine your desires. So it's it's a multifactorial thing. It really depends upon what the person really wants, and I think it's short-sighted simply to say, well, that person's in a losing environment and they want to win. It's deeper than that.
So, give me an example of it being deeper than that. If I'm a young man, and I haven't lost but 2 or 3 games in 4 or 5 years, and probably very little in high school, and then in my first NFL season, I'm going to be part of a team that's going to lose 15 games.
Well, I think that when someone first comes into the major leagues, so to speak, and the professional side of things, it isn't just about winning. I mean, there's a big learning curve. There's a lot of things that person's trying to get used to and acclimated to. And so in any environment, a person naturally finds his or her own niche and his or her own place. And it's always related to self-image. And when that person settles down in that environment, then he will naturally, when all the dust settles, he will find out for himself if that's something that environment in which he can live, in which he can flourish, or which he actually succumbs to. And that isn't necessarily a conscious decision. It really is based upon the person's DNA and what it is that he truly wants. So I don't think it's as black and white as the way that you're posing it.